Bruce Arena, head coach and sporting director of the Revolution, joining us. Back to work today along with the team. How good did it feel to be out there with the guys?
It was great. We had a beautiful day. You know, we have a brand new facility here in Foxborough. So everyone's excited to get back to work, and hopefully we can build each day in the month of June and have our team ready to play in Orlando in July. It'll be very important that we get off to a good start. So our players have a good attitude and they're ready to work.
Going to be a condensed schedule. You'll be playing, I would assume, games on a shorter basis. How important is it going to be to try to get that fitness level somewhere where it needs to be? Because obviously these guys have been off. I know they've been training, but it's not match shape. How do you get them ready that quickly?
It's critically important. Right now we're in what they call group training, and we're still not allowed contact. But today was the first day we could actually pass the ball to each other. We're hopeful next week we'll be allowed to get into full team training, and that'll give us, roughly 3 or 4 weeks before we open up. The schedule prematurely right now in Orlando is we'll open up around July 9th, 10th, or 11th. So we have about a month to get our team ready to play.
You came on, it's just over a year now. Great run down the stretch last year, made the playoffs, wanting to build on that momentum into this year. Obviously, everything stopped. The world has stopped. How excited are you to try to rebuild and restart that process here?
Well, we're really excited, but at the same time, we need to reflect a little bit. We realize we're in this pandemic, and we're all concerned regarding the issues with racism in our country. And we have a team that's very diverse, and we talk about it as a team. And although we're excited about getting back and playing, we realize the things that are happening around us, which is very important. And we're fortunate to work with such a great group of owners in the crafts where we can put everything in perspective. So we're excited to get back together collectively and go about doing our business the right way and be part of social change as well.
When you talk about that, and soccer is such a global game, football to the rest of the world, obviously, but when you bring your group together, whether it's been on Zoom prior to today or actually having them in person, how important is it to let their voices be heard and to let that dialogue happen?
Well, it is important, and we discussed this today briefly when we got together, and I certainly encourage them to participate in our social platforms and express their opinions and try to do things in a positive way to help bring about change. But we have a team, as I said, is very diverse. We get along great. We care for each other, and I think in the end that's going to help make us a strong team as we go forward and face really challenging competitive times as well as difficult times in our social environment as well.
Back on the pitch, getting the CBA done, 5 years of labor peace, you can move forward here. How important is that in the process of getting MLS where everyone wants it to be?
I think it's important, and I think the players got themselves a great deal, and I'm happy for them. I'm happy personally not to be an owner and have to deal with that. But it's great for the players. They're all excited. They have a great attitude. And we really think we've improved our roster from last year. And we have the chance to be a better team in 2020. So we're real excited about getting back on the field and really look forward to getting our team better.
Hard to believe it's been 18 years since that incredible 2002 World Cup run. You were the head coach of that group, obviously. When we look at where U.S. soccer is now and where you want to get it back to be, and the MLS as an instrument of that. Obviously, you're not a developmental league. You're not here to develop players. You're here to win games and put a great product on the field. But where is MLS, the American soccer player, in the process of rebuilding the national program?
Well, believe it or not, I think we're in better position than we've ever been. I think people don't focus properly on our sport and our challenge. When the Patriots win the Super Bowl, they call themselves world champions. When the Red Sox win, they're world champions. When the Bruins win, they're world champions. But in reality, they're not. They're the champions of the United States. The sport of soccer, and in particular on the men's side, is truly global. And it's very competitive. In the history of the World Cup, only 8 countries have won. However, Americans want to be number one. And they look at us the wrong way when they discuss the sport of soccer in the United States. we're much improved. The youth player today in the United States is much more advanced than they were in 2002 when I coached a U.S. team that made it to the quarterfinals of the World Cup. We're making progress. Our sport is incredibly competitive. It's the most competitive sport in the world. We're making progress, and I think by the time 2026 comes around and we host the next World Cup, then we're going to be in position to really challenge to try to win. So we're making good progress. MLS is doing a fantastic job in developing the sport in our country. And I think we're going to see really good days ahead for the sport in our country.